Anti-Afro Svengalis, I wanted to come on here to follow up on, these are some topics that have come up before, but I'm bringing them up again because they are cropping up in another context. I just wanted to make sure that I put it out there. Whatever I decide to post videos on, I'm going to make that decision based on what I feel needs to be said. And most important, when it needs to be said. The worst thing you can ever do is give an enemy what they want. And in this instance, we have a certain subject who has gone about, and this is something that's happened before, but I didn't really give it much attention because I knew this person wanted me to give it attention. But I've been in this person's, if you want to call it, platform or channel, maybe 4 times in about 6 months. And this would be in the last 6 months or so. I recall before, some time ago, this person had posted an email, like my email address, and was making all these greasy, just disgusting, disrespectful comments. I've never had any exchange with this person at all. But there had been an episode, I don't exactly remember what it was, which led me to go over there to try to clarify something and make comments. So that led to my approximately 4 times that I had been in that chat. So from what I just described comes this rather bizarre statement: I'm not going to let her control me. Well, if somebody needs to make that statement based on the circumstances that I just described, the person has already relinquished control. It's not just making a statement, it's the nervousness with which this subject moves about. Just seems to be very skittish, fumbling and mumbling around, just, especially when it comes to women. Let's not talk about his response when an actual man confronts him about something. He's tongue-tied and just panicked and starts laughing uncontrollably. Or he manages to pop off a few F words. Only through a significant effort will a complete sentence be formed in these circumstances. He had the nerve to sit up there and say he respects the women. Oh, I respect all women. I don't talk greasy. And Stargate, thank you for calling out this low-life liar. I'm going to make sure I'm very clear. I'm not going to call someone a man unless he deserves that title. You don't deserve that title. I'll be straight up with you. This person does not have a single shred of originality in his whole being. If he did, he wouldn't be spending this time ruminating and obsessing over some imaginary, delusional disposition of someone who's been in a chat 4 times controlling him. So what does he do? He does what a lot of other demonic entities do. They start making up lies about you. And this is exactly what this idiot did. Control is never taken, it's given up. And somebody expressing this sentiment under these circumstances is telling you seizing control and power would be a piece of cake. Who would want to seize control and power of that? What is there to seize control and power over? I'm going to try to seize control and power over a circumstance where some dude fumbles around, a nervous wreck, voice trembling, just gets all out of sorts in response to every little thing that happens. The lack of confidence gets reconciled by targeting somebody they don't even have any sort of interaction or contact with. I don't even know this person. 4 times over there on a platform, I left some comments. This person wants to act like he knows about me. And let me tell you what's even more weak and more pathetic, basing his fears on what he claims he's seen. Who the hell cares what you've seen? If a person has the proper amount of self-control and confidence, they're not going to sit here and worry about somebody taking control. Now, if we're talking about physical control, if somebody's physically stronger than somebody, well, they can take physical control of you, or at least try to. We're not talking about that. We're talking about somebody in fear of a woman you don't even freaking know taking control of you. What business do I have on a platform like this? This is a person who jumps up and is trying to talk tough through his trembling voice with fear that comes from where? That's not for me to figure out, but thinks he's going to try to make me his target? Okay, we'll see about that. The man that actually confronted him ended up feeling bad. Let me go back to what I said a second ago, which was we'll see about that. We'll see about that is in reference to my reaction, which is going to be running a Mack truck through that raggedy ass channel. Keep in mind, this is yet another person who believes complacency rules the roost when it comes to opening up his mouth and thinking he can say whatever he wants about me, inclusive of lying and pulling other people into situations that simply don't exist. So you can open up your mouth about me telling lies. I can run a Mack truck through your raggedy ass channel, and you can hang around and find out exactly what I mean by that. But let me tell you one thing, that's just going to be the beginning. There is no beef. Just because an idiot opens up his mouth and tells lies on people doesn't make it a beef. I mean, these, I don't even know how to describe these specimens are bored as hell and don't have anything else to do. They don't have anything else they can come up with. They're completely and totally disgustingly obsessed with what? It's really nothing. So what do? They have to figure out what lies to make up on people. Just keep in mind, your lies have consequences. They can run lies, but they go into shambles. They get contorted like pretzels and scream and holler when any sort of truth is dispensed, any response comes down the pike. They want to turn around and act like they didn't do anything. They're just minding their own business. And here comes, you're beating up on us. No, you're running your fat, nasty, disgusting mouths, and it's anyone's choice about whether or not to ignore or to respond. I can ignore you if I want to. I choose not to ignore you this time. I choose to run this Mack truck through your raggedy ass channel, and I'm repeating that's exactly what I'm going to do the next time you open up your mouth and tell any lies about me. You're a piece of shit. You need to go straight to hell where you originated from. You are disgusting, just like Dumpsy. No wonder anybody originating, hanging out with, associating with Dumpsy is in the same category. You have the same traits. And the nerve of this subject to think I owe him or any of those idiots in his chat an explanation about what I do, why I do it, who it involves, what are the reasons. Where the hell does this idiot get off? He can't even respond with the full sentence when somebody confronts him behind some bullshit that he started with them. We shouldn't be surprised because he was over there in Dumpsy's chat for how long? People, you know I have much more coming your way. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.